Listen up, iPod lovers. There's some competition on the block. You ready to switch to the Zune? I don't know yet. Andrew Ross Sorkin of the New York Times is here to give us a preview of Microsoft's entry into this realm.
Today is the big day. Here it is. It's a little flacking from Microsoft. This is the new Zune, the wannabe iPod killer. The real question is, can it kill the iPod? And as we know, iPod owns 70% of the market. This is coming on day one, trying to beat them out. It does a couple of things that are a little bit cooler than the iPod, but a lot of things that probably aren't. The cool things has a radio in it, if that means anything to you. But the real cool thing is it has Wi-Fi, so that if you have a Zune
right.
and I have a Zune, we can trade music. So that's sort of cool, but it's heavier.
But you got to find another Zune user.
You're right. So Microsoft, this only is going to work for Microsoft if they have a real critical mass, so to speak, in terms of people who have the Zune. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
And you can email with it, right?
No email. No, it's just trading songs. So
can you pull songs off of a network if you have them on a server somewhere? Or is it just
no,
Zune
it's
to Zune?
just Zune to Zune.
Oh,
so if you're in a Starbucks and I'm in a Starbucks and we see each other, and not only that, it's not that I can see what you have, but then I actually have to go over and say, "Hey, Miles, can you beam me your song?"
Right.
And then I can play it 3 times, and then if I want to buy it, I can buy it. So that's how it sort of works. But here's the part that's not
fine print
and
there.
it costs the same?
Costs the same. Costs the same, has the same amount of memory and everything else. But here's the part that's not so cool. If you have bought songs on iTunes, on Apple, for example, doesn't play here. And even worse, if you've bought songs on Napster or some of the former Microsoft compliant devices, also doesn't work here.
Really?
So you have to start your library all over again, unless you have it all on CD to begin with.
So who do they think is going to buy this? Because if a lot of people have the iPod already, it doesn't seem to offer a lot different that would make you say, oh, get rid of my iPod and buy this new Zune.
Well, I think there is something to be said about this kind of social networking feature, and I do think there's a little bit of a backlash, against Apple in a sense. Apple is the new monopoly. Apple is the new Microsoft, if you will, of music, and I think there's a little undercurrent of some folks who may say, you know what, I'm not going to play that, I'm going to try this new thing. So we'll see.
May I show you my new shuffle? Can you
Right.
guys
See
this?
now that's the thing that's a lot sexier than this, right?
Hello, look at this. It weighs nothing. It literally is the size of a matchbook and weighs that. 70-something bucks. So why would I buy that heavy? Although I get a lot more songs,
Right,
obviously,
and you get the video,
Wi-Fi,
and you get the video. Microsoft in the end, I'm sure, will come out with something. I don't know if it'll be that pretty, but something. Isn't that neat? Oh my God!
The pretty factor is.
The pretty factor is.
If I don't want to listen in, I could just put my.
Why don't they get some decent design people to make things look better? I mean, it's clunky. It's clunky stuff.
No comment.